booties for black girl nerds.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking time to speak with us. We're big fans of yours here, so it's good to chat with you.
No, pleasure's all mine.
So, I do want to start with discussing how much of a dark comedy this is with such an ensemble cast. I mean, I'm a big Bill Murray fan, and we don't really get to see him in very much. So, when he's attached to something, you know it's going to be great. So, when you were reading the script, what line or scene were you reading and were just like laughing out loud or just like gasped at?
I mean, there's a lot. There's quite a few. Probably it's like a scene I imagined one way, and then on the day, what between Bill and Pete, the scene where they go to the wrong house, right house. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. And that conversation back and forth with the other couple, it read hilarious, and what they did was genius. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, that whole
I feel like
scene.
there's a lot of improv.
Some, but I mean, it's really a lot of it was what was on the page, but it's how they said it and how they performed it that made it like, oh snap, yeah, yeah.
And with your character in particular, there's this theme of like fear of public humiliation with Sandy. And I want to ask, since you yourself have a squeaky clean, drama-free, and successful career, and you've been in the spotlight almost your entire life, right? Like a big chunk of your life. Is there anything that you may have been nervous to do initially, or a role that you were initially scared to take, but you were maybe worried about what audiences would think or say about it?
Oh gosh. I mean, probably Cadillac Records years ago, because it was my first time really having a real meaty, dramatic role that was so different than who I am and anything I had done at that point. But my girl Sanaa, she was like, baby, if it doesn't scare you, it's not worth doing. And that movie scared the hell out of me. So I was like, okay, I got to do it. Now it's more exhilarating than scary. You know what I mean? This one, it was like, please don't get buried by these legends. You know what I mean? To have Ed Harris be your love interest. Like, I've had great love interests, but like Ed Harris might be the coolest, chillest, most, force that I've worked with ever. And he's quiet about it, but it's so cool. He's so sexy. That was intimidating. So like, try not to get buried is kind of also a fear that I have to contend with.
No, you carry your own really well. I mean, on our side as audience, you are a legend to us as well. So though you're not buried, you're exactly right where you need to be. And that segues perfectly to my next question. Since you are in the film married to an older man played by Ed Harris, on the topic of age, you have looked the exact same my entire life. You do not age. So what is one beauty tip or one skincare tip that you can give us as girlies?
Water, and more water. And also drinking. I did not want to, admit this, but drinking will age you fast because it will bloat you, right? Like, when people are like dry January and by February 1st, you're like, oh wait, I'm snatched. And you realize how much drinking culture really packs on, the inflammation, which just makes you look older. Because a girl likes margaritas. Give me wine o'clock every hour, really. But that will age you fast. And the older you get, there's more reasons to drink. So, that. And get sleep.
So
Sleep, girl, sleep.
well, I do appreciate those tips because I could definitely take in those. I do kind of feel weird if people do dry January and turn around February 1st and they're turning up for Super Bowl or whatever. So
Exactly. But you're also like, dang it, last week I was snatched, I had cheekbones, and now, listen, my face is round. And, it's what happened. It's what happens.
Well, I will take those tips. The girlies will take the tips. We do appreciate you so much taking time to speak with us. The movie is hilarious when it's not supposed to be, but it is. So yeah, we love it. And thank you so much for taking time to speak with us today.
No, my pleasure. Thanks, girl.
Hi, Jennifer. My name is Chalice Williams, a Black Girl Nerd. How you doing today?
Hi, I love your title.
Black Girl Nerd. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Shout out my editor, Jamie. That was her idea.
Amy's idea.
So great to speak with you. You're such a legend. So it is honor to talk to you today. So one thing about your character, Ruth, is that what makes her so great is that she's relatable. Do you agree with that? Is there anything about her that resonates with you personally?
Yeah. I think uh I think what's relatable about her is she just doesn't really I don't know, you meet these people. Actually, I feel like I've been this person too, but you've had some really great moments at the beginning of your life, and then you sort of just assume it's all going to go quite, it's going to stay the same. And sometimes, your life takes an incredible dive and you're not desired by the person that you're madly in love with anymore. And, um, you don't, uh, it's not as fun. Your life is just isn't as fun. You're sort of you're older and you're um not enjoying life as much, and you're worried about your kid that is on the brink of really messing up their life. And so yeah, I don't know, I really like the part just because uh it was one of those. I don't know, I mess up a lot in my own life and make mistakes and think I've figured it out when I haven't and stuff. And I didn't I didn't think it was going to be that much of a stretch.
No, she was very, very extremely relatable. And on the topic of relatable, there's a moment between Ruth and Gabrielle Union's character, Sandy, where they have to be cordial, although they dated the same man, something many of us have been through. So, what tip
Yeah.
would Ruth give to us on how to navigate an uncomfortable situation?
Um, I don't think Ruth does know how to and navigate it. Like, I don't think Ruth can get herself out of anything really. But I thought, my that scene, the main scene I have with Gabrielle, where I'm sitting there and she's snagged my guy, and I'm sort of sitting there. I'm certainly hit the bottom of the barrel. And I just thought that it was such a brilliant piece of acting of hers, where she just sort of played, it was sort of like she played this, she's very good at, you don't quite know where it's going to go. Like, even though I had read the script and knew what she was going to say, she's full of surprises. I thought she played that scene so well, where she was kind of condescending, but well, you didn't know what she was going to do. I
Like
don't know.
nice, nasty,
What?
like being nice and nasty at the same time?
Yes, a little condescending, but sort of dragging you along. And I just thought, she's extremely talented, and yeah, and just she's unpredictable. I really like doing that scene in particular with her.
Well, yeah, you both are actually really great in that scene in particular as well. But the film overall, I do love that it's a more darker tone, but you give such comedic moments that are just flawlessly executed. I think that's what we love about you the most is how you're able to execute those roles. And it has been a great pleasure to speak with you. The film is just it's a hit. So thank you so much for taking time to speak with us today.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.